In recent years, there has been a growing concern about the economic situation of the middle class.
Despite being a crucial driver of the economy, the middle class is experiencing a decline in its purchasing power, which has led to a decrease in the standard of living for many families. In this video, we will explore the factors that contribute to the decline of the middle class and discuss potential solutions to address this problem. The shrinking middle class. First, let's define what we mean by the middle class. Typically, it refers to households with an annual income that falls between 75% to 200% of the median income. However, in recent years, the size of the middle class has been shrinking, with more people falling into either the lower or upper class. The definition of the middle class varies among economists, but according to the Pew Research Center, individuals who earn between 2/3 and twice the median American household income fall into this category. As of 2021, the median household income is $70,784, meaning households that earn between $47,189 and $141,568 are considered middle class. However, despite this broad definition, the percentage of adults living in middle-class households is decreasing. In 2021, only 50% of the population falls within this group, compared to 61% 50 years ago. Not only is the middle class shrinking, but their share of the country's wealth is also declining, according to various studies. Meanwhile, the wealthiest 1% of the population continues to accumulate more wealth. Unfortunately, this trend is only expected to worsen in the future. Stagnant wages. Another significant factor is the stagnation of wages. Despite increases in productivity and economic growth, wages have remained relatively stagnant for the middle class over the past few decades. Inflation and rising costs of living have further eroded the purchasing power of middle-class families. As a result, many are struggling to make ends meet and are finding it increasingly difficult to maintain their standard of living. The cost of education. The cost of education is also a contributing factor to the decline of the middle class. The rising cost of tuition and student loan debt has made it more difficult for middle-class families to invest in their children's education. This creates a cycle where many families are unable to afford higher education, which limits their earning potential, and in turn, keeps them in the middle or lower class. The cost of housing. The cost of housing is another significant factor contributing to the decline of the middle class. In many metropolitan areas, the cost of housing has skyrocketed, making it difficult for many families to afford a home. This has led to an increase in renting, which can be an unstable and costly alternative. The gig economy. The rise of the gig economy has also contributed to the decline of the middle class. While it offers flexibility and the potential for higher earnings, it also lacks the stability and benefits of traditional employment. Many people are turning to gig work out of necessity, as they are unable to find stable, well-paying jobs. Potential solutions. So what can be done to address the decline of the middle class? One potential solution is to raise the minimum wage. This would provide a much-needed increase in income for many workers and help to combat the effects of stagnant wages. However, opponents argue that raising the minimum wage could lead to job losses and increased costs for businesses. Another potential solution is to invest in education and job training programs. By providing workers with the skills and knowledge needed to succeed in today's economy, they can increase their earning potential and move up the income ladder. Additionally, providing financial aid and reducing the cost of tuition could make higher education more accessible to the middle class. Finally, policymakers can work to create affordable housing options and implement rent control measures to help middle-class families afford housing. This could be achieved through tax incentives for developers who build affordable housing or through the creation of public housing programs. Although the U.S. economy is currently doing well with job growth at a record pace and incomes rebounding, income inequality is becoming a major issue. This problem has been increasing for many years and has become more pronounced in the past few decades, with upper-income households receiving the majority of gains. As a result, the middle class has experienced a significant decline in the share of U.S. aggregate income. The wealthiest families in the U.S. have seen the largest gains in wealth since 2007, while families in lower tiers of wealth have experienced a decrease in net worth. This has resulted in a widening wealth gap between the richest and poorest families in America. Although income inequality has not increased as much, it is still higher than in other developed countries. This trend contrasts with the 1990s when all families experienced a loss in income. In conclusion, the decline of the middle class is a complex issue that is influenced by a variety of factors, including income inequality, stagnant wages, the rising cost of education and housing, and the growth of the gig economy.